Hello everyone and welcome once again to yet another video today. And today we played against a Germany player and where we were with black pieces and our opponent was with white pieces. So this is an interesting game, so I thought I will kind of show you where this is quite a tactical game. So let's show you how we started. So e4 opening with the king's pawn will definitely control the center and opens up the light squared bishop and queen, and this is the most common move which many players play, and we responded it by e5, which is again a common response that established the presence in the center, controls d4 and opens up the queen space and also the bishop space, right? So that's a great move, I would say. Then he played a knight f3, which is developing the knight towards the center, attacking the e5 pawn, and prepares also in upcoming moves. He would just move his bishop and probably will not do a quick castle. Ideally, as per the game, it's always good to kind of castle in the first 10 moves. That was going to build the game well. So what we did next is, I'm just going to go back. Yeah, so this was played and then he kind of um, moved to the c4, right? Bishop c4, which is again a great move, and now he's all prep for a castle. And this is an Italian game which starts with bishop c4, which attacks the f7 pawn, right? This is a very common game played, f7 pawn, and probably prepares for a castle quickly, and where the white will take the advantage of being white and of course playing the first move, right? And I would say this has been played more than 227 times, as we are prepping up, and the success rate is kind of 46%. So that's kind of the study that says. Okay, so we move to the next one. We then kind of, I would say this was an inaccuracy, because I could have played an opportunity to develop the. I should have rather, instead of pushing this, I could have rather played this, but I don't want his knight to kick in here. So hence I thought I will, okay, just kind of block his knight first and then play. So for the system, it is an inaccuracy, so that's fine. So let's move ahead and let's kind of see what's the next move which played. So the white is now developing the knight and attacks the center again. It can go here, it can control here. So these are basically the two moves, and you can even come here, but this ideally we should avoid the a file initially, so that's fine. So he kind of developed his knight, and what we did is we kind of develop our bishop, and which is now going to attack the center, and also this pawn is a very critical pawn, which is the f2 pawn, and that's been played. Then a3, okay, interesting one, so that I can't now go into this field, and this is kind of blocking, so that's again a good move, I would say. Now I don't want him to push this pawn, so that's why I played this pawn. So if he pushes this, then I would have to go back. My bishop has to go back. I don't have an option, so don't want to such kind of dirty business in the game. So we played that. Then d3. Yeah, this creates a pawn chain. Now you can see the pawn chain is created, is supporting this, and linked pawns always create a strong structure for the game. So now kind of attacking, and also his bishop is kind of open, now. So that's again a good thing the player has done. Now what we also did is we also created a pawn chain supporting the e5 pawn, and this pawn chain will definitely strengthen the pawn structure. So let's see what happens in the next move. E2, queen e2. Okay, so so that was played. In return, we played bishop g4, right? So this move is also played, wherein we are kind of pinning the queen with a knight in between, right? So if the knight moves, our queen is all ours, right? So that was played. In response to this, h3, right? Now this, I would say, this particular move has now got an advantage, where now the black can now develop the knight here and then attack the knight and the queen. So let's see what I played here. Yes, so that's a great move. You would see it's a knight d4, and this move would definitely kind of make the opponent panic, right? So we offered our opponent the chance to trade off the material, so either he can take, but it's not a good deal because his I would say his queen is under attack, right? His queen is definitely under attack, so that's don't want to do that. So for that, the queen f1 was played. Ideally, I would say highly recommended the queen could have gone here, and somewhere, in a up in for some time I would there would have been relief, but the queen did not go there. So now this allows us to capture the knight and win a material. So if I capture this, um, I can take this. I can even take this pawn, because now if I take this pawn with a check, I can also capture his rook. So that's the tactic behind this. So in order to avoid this, it was really good if the queen would have gone to the d1, right? So that's something that the opponent missed. And then for this, we first captured the piece, the knight, right? And then now this is gone out of the game, and we are also pinning now the king, right? There is so the only other way is to protect this pawn is probably the bishop can go back and then kind of protect this. So let's see what we did here. So the opponent just took the bishop, and there we kind of checked the opponent, and now we also have the opportunity to capture the rook, right? So that's an interesting play. Um, the king moves to d2, and then check is out, and then we kind of capture the rook, right? So that's been played, and wherein then the opponent moves is queen to g2. Now where we have now the opponent has a good control and also attacking this. For this, what we played is we just want to now exchange his queen. So queen check, and the opponent kind of captures the queen. Then we just take the queen, right? And that's then the king just moves to e2. Not sure why this was played. Well, I think it's more to do with kind of defending this pawn, because the bishop is kind of attacking this pawn. This is a pawn which is very important. So defending a pawn which was under attack, which had no defenders. So kind of this move was played, and for that, what we did is now we want to escape, right? Because if any point in time, if this bishop moves, then our knight is hanging, because the knight then can't go here because this can be captured. So we want to escape soon. So whenever we are stuck, we want to escape soon, right? And we don't have a plan B here. So what we did is we just escaped. We just take our knight off the game, and knight moves to c2. Bishop captures g5 pawn, and that pawn was completely free for the bishop. So yeah, that was taken, and then we kind of jumped, and we gave a check, and also attacking the pawn here on f3, right? So let's see what happens. The king moves back. The king moves to f1, which was the best move for this game, and then we again further kind of want to chase away the bishop, right? We don't want this pawn to be hanging, because then again bishop can then capture. At a later stage it can capture, so we don't want that to happen. And we can also kind of castle it at a sooner state, right? So that's something that we played. The bishop was moved back, and bishop was now attacking the knight, which is bishop e3, and this also puts the bishop on a safer square, and then we capture the pawn on f3. That was an excellent move. So now we are also attacking the bishop, so we are in a good profit at this point, because we are almost a rook up in this game. So that's a fine move. And bishop was captured, so bishop takes the c5 bishop there, and then we kind of take it off, we recapture it. Now the king is kind of threatening the knight, winning a tempo when it moves away, and we then again further give a check right? And then the bishop, the king moves to d2. Okay, so now again, interesting. The opponent is not giving up in the game, and then we kind of want to further expand this. So we pushed to c6 in the game, an excellent move, I would say. And then now interesting. Now rook comes into the play, and rook now wants to attack the pawn in g7, right? So now I would want you all to think and tell what would the black will play in this game, which kind of lead and again win a material. So again, very interesting one. We played knight to f3 with a check, and this time the opponent kind of resigns, and because opponent has no way to escape this, because his rook is gone, then he can't play with just two pieces. So it's kind of a dead game, dead end for the opponent. Okay, so that's pretty much about it. And I would say this game was very interesting. I would say, and the name of this game is very funny. It is Italian game, and anti-fried liver defense is what we played with black pieces. Yeah. So if you have enjoyed this video, I would want all of you to please subscribe, like, and share this video with others. Thank you so much for watching, and looking forward to post a few more videos in some time. Thank you so much.